Ducks and Stocks by Gunnar Oakley. What is stock? Stock is quite complicated, but in the end represents ownership in a company. The amount of stock a company issues is represented by shares. The amount of shares that are bought and sold will constantly change how much the company is worth and how much an individual share of stock is worth in a company. Here is an example. For one business, the stock will be worth more because the investors are active. For another company, the stock will be worth less because there are no investors. In this example, the tiny glass pool represents the business and the ducklings represent the stock investors. As you can see, the ducklings are getting in and out of the tiny pool of water, and this can represent the stock investors or ducklings buying and trading the stock. If investors are present and are trading stock, more than not, the stock will go up in value. The stock goes up in value because there is a higher demand for the stock and thus making more investors want to purchase the stock. This works for any example. If more people wanted a shoe, then the value of the shoe would go up because more people are willing to buy it. If less people were willing to buy the shoe would go down in value. This works the same for stocks. This is example 2. If there were any ducklings, they would represent the investors, and the habitat would represent the business. Sadly, there are no investors. This means the business is not going to change in value and will only lose value because there is no demand for it. Because there's no demand, nobody wants it, and the stock will just fail and lose value. As you have seen today, in example 1, there were more ducklings or stock investors that wanted to invest in the habitat or business, and that increased the business's value. In the second example, there were no ducklings or stock investors to invest in the habitat or business, thus decreasing the value of the habitat. This will work in any way for any stock. If more people want to buy the stock than sell the stock will increase in value. If more people want to sell the stock than buy the stock will decrease in value. This has been Ducks and Stocks by Gunnar Oakley.